die out. They screaming peace when there ain't no peace. Israel prophesying in the streets. Look at me, the center of attention. Black Messiah coming with a vengeance.
Off of your destruction and your demise. We come to elevate you, brother. We come to show you that you're a son of the Most High God. It's time to come back to His law, statutes, and commandments. Brother, don't leave. This message is for you. Right. Hey, give me 2nd Ezra 7:20. Listen to this. I want you to hear God. You just said your cousin just passed away. I'm going to show you something about that. Read that.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 7 and verse 20. For there be many that perish in this life.
There be many that perish in this life. He gonna tell you why. Read.
Because they despise the law of God.
Because they despise the law of God. I don't know your cousin from Adam. But if he wasn't keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, that means he despised God's word. He's not doing what God says. That's what we're trying to save you right now. We don't want you to have the same fate. We're trying to tell you, brother, you got to come back to God and put on all of His commandments. We got a school at 9939 East 42nd Street. Well, brother, how can you ain't stop by and check this out? You want to find out who we is? Now you know who we are. We the black men that stand up for the true children of Israel.
That's right.
So-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. We ain't bound our knee to none of these false guys out here. Right. We're going to stand strong and defiant, thus says the Lord.
This man got a question about tithes. He said he went in the church, there was an ATM. Right?
Oh, listen, brother. I'm going to show you something about tithes. I'm going to show you that your pastors don't know what the hell they teaching. They are maximizing their benefit from you. Meaning, they going and they putting in, they're making it convenient for you to pay them so that they can live lavish while you catching hell. While you catching hell. He driving a Bentley. No, come on. What sense does that make when your congregation living like this, but you driving a Bentley? That's a selfish brother.
Bring it out.
He hates his people. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy,
listen carefully.
chapter 14 and verse 22.
Bring it out.
Thou shalt truly tithe of the increase of thy seed.
Thou shalt truly tithe all of the increase of thy seed. What's a seed? Not in this case. What else is a seed? There's two definitions. A seed can be your children, or a seed can be something that you plant in the ground to bring up fruit, to bring up vegetables. Read.
That the field bringeth forth.
So in this case, he's talking about a field. So the seed's got to be a plant, right? Read.
Year by year, and thou shalt eat before the Lord thy God.
So this was a blessing from the Most High God. You plant your seed in the ground, you work the ground, you get a crop. You're going to be blessed. You're going to be able to feed your family and feed your neighbors year by year. That was a blessing of the Most High God. Read.
Which he shall choose to place his name there.
Now the Most High placed his name in Jerusalem. That's what he's talking about. He gave his name to the city of Jerusalem is God's name. Read.
The tithe of thy corn.
The tithe of thy corn. Now we still talking about tithes, but everything we've been talking about is fruit and vegetables. Read.
Of thy wine.
Of thy wine.
And of thy oil.
And of thy oils. These are all perishable items that you grow or you produce from the growth of your plants. Oil is produced from corn, from olives, whatever the case may be. Read.
And the firstlings of thy herds and of thy flocks.
And the firstling of their herds and thy flocks. So he's talking about your sheep, your cattle, right? Read.
That thou mayest learn to fear the Lord thy God always.
This is why we have to fear God, because he's the one that controls that blessing.
Bring it out.
He could right now stop the rain from falling, won't nothing grow. So you got to pay him homage and fear that man. Fear the Most High God. You understand? Because if he says stop, don't let no more rain hit the earth, nothing else grows and we go into a famine and people starve to death. Read.
And if the way be too long for thee.
Now, in the way, he's talking about if you go to the land that he called by his name, Jerusalem, and if the way be too far for thee. Now, this is where it turns into money, but I want y'all to listen very carefully. Read.
So that thou art not able to carry it, or if the place be too far from thee, which the Lord thy God shall choose.
If you got crops, if you got cattle, and we say, okay, as a congregation, we're gonna meet in Gary, Indiana, just so y'all can understand. But it's too far for you to carry that with your crops and your cattle, right? Listen what he says.
If the place be too far from thee,
if it's too far for you, read,
which the Lord thy God shall choose to set his name there,
Jerusalem, read,
when the Lord thy God hath blessed thee, then shalt thou turn it into money.
Then you shall turn it into money. Means sell your crops, sell your cattle, sell your oil, and get money, because you can't carry all that to Gary, Indiana. So you got to get money, sell it, get the money in your hand, read,
and bind up the money in thine hand.
Bind up the money in thy hand, then take your journey to Gary, Indiana, read,
and shall go unto the place which the Lord thy God shall choose,
which was Jerusalem, but in this case I'm using the illustration of Gary, Indiana, so y'all can understand, read,
and thou shalt bestow that money for whatsoever thy soul lusteth after, for oxen, and for sheep, and for wine.
So whatever you sold, and when you get to the destination, you say, you know what, I want some ox this year, I want some sheep, I want a lamb, I want a cow, a steak, whatever. Then you take that money that you got from your crops that you sold, you go to another brother, this brother right here, that got the same stuff, and say, yo, my brother, listen, I just traveled from Indianapolis to Gary, and I want to give you this money so that I can take part in the feast. I need to have the sheep, cattle, wine, I want all that so me and my family can enjoy the feast. Read.
Or for strong drink.
Or for strong drink, because I said wine, I want y'all to catch that. Or for strong drink, because we celebrate the high holy days. We don't get drunk, but we have a great time as a body, a nation of believers. Read.
Or for whatsoever thy soul desireth.
So whatever you desire. Like I said, if you want steak, if you want lamb, if you want chicken, whatever. You take the money that you sold your crops for, give it to your brother. You don't go to the enemy and buy this. You go to your brother and say, my brother, I want to get some lamb, I want some cows, I want this, I want that. Then you give it to you. And then you celebrate the feast. Read.
And thou shalt eat there before the Lord thy God.
Then you shall eat with the rest of your brothers before the Most High God. That's tithing, brother. Where at what point did it say give 10% to the pastor? Right. At what point did it say put an ATM in the church so you have quick convenience to get money to give to the pastor?
Right.
Where did that come into play?
Right.
That's man's greed. That's man's selfishness. That's his hatred for his own damn people.
That's right.
We come out here, what pastors out here teaching you the Bible? None.
That's right.
You got the prophets of the Most High God standing bold before you, telling you you are the son of the Most High God. You got to come back to his laws, statutes, and commandments. Brother, we in this condition because we turned our back on God. It's time to rise up. Give me 94:16. Stop 94:16.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to ask you a question. God going to ask you a question. God going to ask you a question. Bring it out.
The book of Psalms, chapter 94 and verse 16. Who will rise up for me?
Who will rise up for the Most High God? We live in the last days.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.